Welcome inside the Ottawa Curling Club. We are here for the Over the Rainbow Bonspiel, and we've got a great matchup for you this morning between Team Lynch and Team Fluelling. I'm Chelsea Carey. I'm here with Russell Ott. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, Chelsea. How are you?
Good.
Right. Just on lead rocks right now.
So 2 rocks in the house from Team Fluelling. Looks like Team Lynch might ignore them and go around the corner guard. Do you like this call?
Yeah, let's suss it out in the first end and go. And I mean, you're in it. It's B semifinal. Conditions of the ice are probably really good right now. It's second draw of the day.
Team Fluelling did play on this sheet last night, so would be familiar to them in that sense as well. They'll have a pretty good idea of if there's any spots that are going to curl a little more or a little less, or what the speed might be, because they did just play on it recently. So taps that top redstone back. Now those 2 reds are grouped in the forefoot, but they're still both above the tee line, so pretty good position here early for Team Fluelling.
So this is Devin Martin. He's second on this team. It looks like he is just going to come around.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Kevin didn't really take much ice on this call, so must be running fairly straight on this side.
You're trying to get it to curl over now, trying to just block this hole. Very well done. Leaves that bit of a stagger, which is often bad news, but when you're sitting 2 in the top of the forefoot, it's good news.
Yeah.
Pressure on Team Lynch early here. Trying to clear the front off. Does that very nicely. Does spin that red into the house, but it's out of the way now at least to access those 2 rocks on the top of the forefoot. So Kevin Fluelling going to look to put that back. Working on this one for speed and line, trying to get it all the way over there and cover that top stone.
It's definitely running straight in that spot.
Yeah, it doesn't curl enough so that it's not easy, but the hole is there and you could make the double if you get through it.
It's getting a little scary on that side for Team Lynch.
Talking about how best to get in there. I do think you could go through the hole if you wanted to, but they're talking about the run back. You could run it back onto any of those 3 rocks and it would be a better situation than it is right now.
Yeah. It's curling early here.
Yeah, they called the audible here, but it's still over curling even the run back on the red guard. Gets the other one in the top of the house. How far will it spin?
It's a pretty good result.
Yeah, really good result. Doesn't go all the way out, but at least it's back tee line now. It's in a less threatening spot than it was and clears up that front a little bit. So, good result.
Yeah. It's just putting the guard back here.
Yeah, guard attempt again. Probably taking a little less ice this time because it didn't quite curl enough on the last one.
A little more curl on this one. They are going hard for weight.
They got to get it over.
It's a good sweep by them.
Yeah, great sweep. They do drag it over. It's very, very long, but the line is not bad.
Port is there for them to get the double. Patrick can get through there.
Yeah, it looks like they think so. So double attempt here. This is a big shot for Patrick.
It's got a curl by the guard.
Well, this is going to be good. Doesn't make the double. I'm not sure if he could have. They didn't get by that outside guard by very much, and it still overcurled the double, but a really good result there. Leaves that yellow rock in a much more usable spot and eliminates one of the reds. So a little sigh of relief, I would think, there for Team Lynch.
Yeah. Definitely was looking scary there for a while. So Kevin has called the freeze to that yellow that they just rolled.
Even if you were a little bit short of this, I don't think you'd be upset about it.
No.
Working on this one to try to get it to the corner. Don't think they will, but that's exactly what we were just saying. Short's the pro side miss, as we would say.
Yeah. So Michael's going to ask Patrick to play bumper weight on this corner guard into their yellow and see if they can move that red back.
Yeah, this is a little scary. You could move your own, but that's why they're playing quiet weight. If they do take their own, hopefully they both stick in there somewhere for second and third shot.
Yeah. They're on it early.
Now trying to curl it. It's pretty close. A little too thin. Oh, so close. Still a really good result. That was a great attempt. If that curls any more, it's perfectly made.
Yeah.
What a throw.
So with that ice, it looks like Kevin's probably going to throw normal and just roll just to the right, as we can see it here, on top of their own red.
You don't want to hit this on the nose. You leave a double back, so you want to roll one way or the other. It looks like they're trying to roll inside, but even if you rolled away, it wouldn't be a bad result.
We did see Patrick's rock run a little straight on the last shot, so I think that's why Kevin's taking quite tight ice here. That spot's been a little tricky this whole weekend.
Kevin Flewelling with his first rock here in one. Looking for the hit and roll.
It's pretty good.
Really nice shot. I don't think he could have made it any better than that.
Yeah. A little bit of a trouble now for Team Lynch. They're going to have to really try play a thin double, hopefully get past their own yellow at the top four.
Looks like they're playing it quite quietly with that ice.
Mm-hmm. Seems like it's very soft weight.
That's curling early. The sweeper's trying to go to get this by the long guard. But they're definitely going to hit their yellow. Worked out not bad. Do stay second and third shot, so good result there. That was a scary one to throw.
Yeah.
So looking for the hit and roll here, you think?
Yeah, I thought I could hear Kevin calling board. So just a soft weight. Really try and limit the scoring area there for Team Lynch.
Oh, how far can it roll? What a great shot.
Really good.
Don't think you can see enough of that to lose them both.
No.
They're looking to see who's second. It is close. It looks like red from our overhead, but it's close. It looks like they agree with us. He just tapped the red. So what's the call here?
It looks like they are going to try and get nose and maybe give up one. I know Patrick had kind of signaled maybe we could get a little roll and get our one, but I'm not sure you can see enough to get to the inside to scoot that top red out.
From where we are, it certainly doesn't look like it, but I think it's smart to just give up here. Take your medicine a little bit here and give up your single, because I just don't see a good way in there to score anything. And if you try anything else, you're running the risk of giving up a steal of two. This way, at least as long as you kill one red, you're happy.
Yeah.
Last rock, first end. Team Lynch looking to limit the damage. Trying to get this one to curl, though. That's not a good sign. Needs to walk over there to make contact. I think he's okay. Will kill the back one. Squirts that red a bit, but it looks like a steal of one to me.
Yeah. Good result from how it started off.
Yeah, that was the best they could have done there. So it will be a steal of one on the board for Team Fluelling here in the first end. Team Lynch will keep the hammer as we go to 2. So second end underway here. Team Fluelling is up first as a result of that stolen point in the first end. Threw their first 2 in the first end. Do you expect the same thing here?
I think so. I think Kevin's going to try and play it really aggressive and see if Team Lynch is going to bite again. We'll see if they do. Nice draw into the just shy of the top of the button.
Last end we saw Team Lynch throw the corner. It looks like they're switching strategies here after that steal.
Yeah. Looking pretty good. Need a little tap here. A little more than what they wanted, but
Yeah, the call was the freeze, I think. They end up making that nose hit.
I think they might be okay with that after the last end.
Yeah, it seems like they're looking to kind of take a little breath and reset a little bit, which is fair enough. There was only a steal of 1, but it was some trouble most of the end and could have easily been a steal of more than that. So going to see a more open end here in 2.
Little hit and roll there by Larry.
We'll play the freeze again here. One also a little heavy, but the line looks good. Just want to stay in front of it. Just bounce it off a little bit, but not bad.
Path must be up to speed by now.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. We've seen beautiful fast ice conditions here all weekend. I only threw the 1 rock, but you've thrown a few more than that. It looks like the ice is great.
Yeah. Just a little blip last night, I think, with how cold it is. It got really cold out in the arena. Started getting some slow patches, but it's kind of expected.
Also, the last draw of a long day. That never helps either, but for sure the weather can play a factor. And yeah, usually if it's colder in the building than it has been, typically that'll lead to a little bit slower.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to say it's cold out there because Kevin's got his hood up, but he's always got it up.
Yeah.
So.
Yesterday it felt like a superstition. He was putting it up and down based on what was going on.
Yeah.
Missed a shot, it went back up. Yeah. Made a shot, it went back down. Looking for the hit here now. Sweepers have not touched this one.
Out there.
will roll out. So opportunity now for Team Llewellyn to really spread these rocks out and try to get a force out of this.
Yeah.
Sweeper's working this one. Pretty good spot. Might have liked that to curl a little bit more, but perfect weight.
Yeah. It came in really nice there for them. So just calling the freeze on top of that rock now.
Oh dear.
Just a little hot.
Some trouble. Opportunity now for Kevin Llewellyn and team to guard this up a little bit and really put some pressure once again on Team Lynch here in the second.
It's just running a little bit here.
Sweepers seem to be thinking it's heavy, which would explain why it's running so straight. Calling the audible here, going to freeze to it now.
We're running a bit quick down this path.
Yeah, it's quite straight in that path, so it makes sense it would be one of the fastest ones, and both teams getting a little bit fooled there. But that line was so good that it still ended up in a pretty good spot. If it's just a few feet shorter, it would have been the guard they were looking for, but still not bad. Does leave the double opportunity now, though, or this little tap, which is looking like what they're going to do. Leave some rocks around. You don't need to kill them. If you're trying to set up your two, you don't want to kill them.
Yeah. Do you like sitting just in front of that, Chelsea, or do you like the little roll behind that rock in the 12-foot?
I think you're trying to sit in front of it. I think the biggest thing is I wouldn't worry about my shooter so much. I'd want to clip that back one and roll them to a bit of a pocket. So your shooter, you probably need to hit a hair on the high side to do that.
Really going on this one. Weight looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to touch it. Can he get the back one too? Really good result. That does roll. Get that little roll behind the corner guard. So you called that one. Just a little more weight than they were hoping for, I think.
Yeah. Kevin's just calling the freeze or the hit and roll. Just going to play control at this.
Very nice throw there. Just cleaned that the whole way down. Was made right out of his hand.
Yeah. So Michael's calling a hit just on nose and try and sit on top there.
Yeah, that rolled to a good spot as far as the freeze, but this is a big opportunity. If you can stay right on the nose, you kind of get a 2-for-1. You kill a red and you make a perfect freeze out of it. But you have to stay right on it. These are harder than they look.
Yeah. We saw that on their first one with that little roll that ended up just partially behind that corner. This one's just gone.
Yeah, just a little tight early, and I think it stands to reason that that out turn on that spot is really quite straight, right? We're seeing those ones to wing not curl, so it stands to reason that the in turn would curl, and that's what we've seen here.
Maybe just a little soft on that weight too for the ice.
So I imagine just a guard here for Kevin Flewelling.
Yeah, I didn't see the call, but makes sense. You can see there like how tight his ice is on that out turn.
Yeah, this is the straight spot, the straight fast spot, but they've thrown it a few times, so they should know. Kevin Flewelling with his first here in 2. Put the guard up and you put big time pressure on Team Lynch. Kevin, very experienced, has actually played in 7 Ontario tankards, so does compete in the men's competitive circuit as well.
Working that now to get some curl out of it.
Trying to drag this one over. Pretty good. I think you can see some of it on the outside, but I don't know that you could ever get to the inside with any sort of hit for Team Lynch.
I threw the stopwatch on that hog to hog. It was 17-8.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
So reevaluating here. Nothing looks too exciting for poor Michael Lynch, who's been looking at trouble every time he's gone to the hack so far.
Yeah. Is he just doing the draw here?
They initially talked about hitting this top one, but if you're going to do that, I think you almost need to throw the other turn so that you get the steeper roll into the other 2. Because if you just hit and roll, you won't even be second shot. So I don't mind the draw, but I'm not sure what they landed on here. Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is the draw. Or it is now. I don't know if it always was. Pretty good spot. I don't know that it curled quite enough. Again, that's that straight spot, but really good weight. Nice attempt there from Michael Lynch. Talked about Kevin being at 7 Ontario tankards as his kind of fun fact. Michael's fun fact is that he was once in a dance group that performed for Colonel Sanders.
Oh.
That would have been quite an experience.
Yeah, for sure.
So just looking to pick this, do you think, or are they trying to stick the shooter?
I think with that ice and the guard, they might be picking.
Kevin taking less and less ice again. This spot won't curl, so they know that. Kevin Flewelling with his last here in 2, looking to kill this yellow as priority number 1. It's quiet weight, so I think they're trying to stick the shooter. Sweeping it now to get it by the guard. This looks pretty promising. Trying to roll this away a bit, but stay in the house somewhere, and very, very nicely done from Kevin Flewelling. So big pressure now. Michael Lynch strong against 4. He did just throw it and make it, so you have to like his chances.
Mm-hmm. They've got the broom down in the same spot, so.
Last stone, second end. Michael Lynch needs a good chunk of the forefoot. Does face 4. Trying to get this one to curl over. It's still on the wide red right now. Need to get by that. Weight looks pretty close if they can get it by. And it's going to touch it. How far does it roll? That's going to be a steal of 2 more for Team Flewelling. They take a 3-0 lead. Team Lynch will try to regroup in the third.
Third end is underway here. Sweeper's really going on this rock. Just over the hog line.
Team Flewelling keeping the pedal to the metal, so to speak. 3-point lead and a guard.
Just a little heavy on the draw. Goes through the back of the house. Kevin's calling top 8 now for this second shot from Larry Tobin.
Larry Tobin throws the lead rocks on this team, but he is the vice. He's in the house with Kevin for his shots.
Sweeper's just walking beside that one. Just a little heavy. It's gonna settle, just biting the back 12.
So chance here for Team Lynch to use that guard to their advantage. Sink this one in somewhere in the top of the house, I would think, is the plan.
I think he called top 8 on this one.
Weight's good, but it's over curled. It actually came all the way out the other side of that. The problem with that guard is it's so long, it's almost not as useful as it would be if it was a bit tighter to the house.
Still a really nice adjustment for Chadwick on that one after going through the house on his first.
Oh yeah, weight was absolutely perfect. It's hard to stay buried behind a guard that long.
Yeah. So Kevin's just asking Devin to tap this through. A nice little roll over to the edge of the 8-foot there.
I quite enjoy Devin's bio. Toronto, Ontario, Indigenous Affairs Advisor, 2 times silver, 1 times bronze, CPCC, really gay, with an exclamation point. So in case anyone wasn't sure, really gay.
He left the pink yes hat behind this morning.
Oh yeah, yesterday it was the same as Kevin's hood. He was
Yeah.
taking it on and putting it on and taking it off based on how the end was going, and
Yeah.
there was some superstition going on there. But today doesn't have it at all.
Yeah, he said before this game that at some point last night he wanted to change the yes to no.
Yeah, that's what we said in the booth too, actually.
Really nice draw attempt there. It just over curled the hair and bounced off. Kevin's calling firm on this. Going hard for line here. Just gets by the guard.
Well swept.
Well, the good news for Team Lynch is they have a few rocks in the back of the house there they can work with.
Yeah, some backings. You can freeze to stuff or set up a jam possibility. They need a little bit of cooperation from Team Fluelling, which they haven't gotten so far, but at least there's a little bit of shrapnel back there to work with.
It's just that guard is so high, it's almost non-existent at
Yeah,
that point.
yeah, exactly. You almost need a second tight guard, but you can't afford to throw that at this point in the end for Team Lynch.
Cross coming in really nice here. Just a hair heavy, but stops at the back 4. Kevin's just calling control, a little hit and roll away, and maybe clip that red that's in the back 12 there. Remove some of that shrapnel that we were just talking about.
Yeah, this is one where you don't want to jam it, but if you could ever clip it and kill one of those back ones, you'd be pretty happy.
Devin's working really hard on this one again. Come to nose. Roll. So some opportunities are there for Team Lynch. You can see they're just going to try and tap that back and build that little wall. See if they can generate something.
Yeah, if you can tap it on the nose, you've got quite the wall at the back of the 8-foot there. So don't want to kill it. You only want to move it a few feet. But if you could do that, it'll be awfully hard to remove a yellow.
Going to keep this straight here for Wade as well.
Gets there for second shot, and it is quite buried. So overall, pretty good result there.
Just calling hack weight here and try and get at that yellow and kill it a little bit.
Even if you did rub on the guard, it's not the end of the world. You open it up for your next shot, so I don't mind trying it here.
Yeah. Devin going hard again. Got it by. Just tapped it over. It is going to just jam on that red.
Yeah, and that's not, when we talk about the pro side miss, that wasn't it. You'd rather touch the guard than done that, because now it leaves that in play and still not that easy to remove. And Team Lynch has a chance to hit and sit too.
That would get them right back in this game if they could hold on to that for the rest of this end. This looks about board weight here from Patrick. He is running a bit.
Yeah, trying to get it to curl. He's going to make contact. It's a question of where will the shooter go. Does roll away too far, so removes the, doesn't quite remove the red either. So now an opportunity to sit and hit and sit 4. So Kevin Flewelling with his first here in the third end. Really big opportunity to make this hit and sit the 4 points.
Trying to get some curl here. That's that straight spot.
Need to get this one close to the nose. Great sweep. Do get it to walk over and avoids that jam at the back, and they sit the 4.
So I'm hearing there's some fans starting to collect at the Royal Canadian Curling Club in Toronto, where Team Flewelling plays out of in our Riverdale League. All there watching that game.
Sounds dangerous to me.
Yeah. You've been there. You know what it's like.
I know what it's like. Yeah, that's why it sounds dangerous to me. I've been the victim of the Royals once or twice.
It's because there's somebody who's a very bad influence that I've seen you hanging out with there.
Yeah, but one time he wasn't even there. Shout out to Brian Chick, who's a bad influence at all times. Also the reason that I'm here. So is this the hit and roll?
I
Or is it
think
just
so.
the draw? Looks like just the draw.
Just trying to hide behind that guard.
looks really close. Just needs to settle down for line. Pretty good. I think it might be available with the out turn for Kevin Flewelling, but that you won't be able to see all of it, so it's a little tricky. So Kevin Flewelling with his last in the third, just looking to eliminate the yellow stone, but can't see all of it. Gotta get it by the guard. They do. Can they avoid the jam? Great shot. Really good sweep and good line call. So that is 5. That red is sitting right now. That's what will face Michael Lynch with his last stone here in the third end.
That ice, I'm thinking probably a board to hack kind of weight.
Yeah, I would think so. Just a soft. You don't need to move it very far. You only need to move it a few feet. The more important thing is getting to the nose.
Starting to move.
It's close. Sweeper's on it now. And that is a great shot, facing all the pressure.
Really great.
Michael Lynch will hang a single point on the board, but it is a 2-point lead and the hammer for Team Flewelling as we go to the fourth. Kevin Flewelling indicating to us there that it is very cold on the ice this morning.
I would imagine that coffee's probably cold by now that
I
he's
would
drinking
think
there.
so, yeah, but you got to get the caffeine in you regardless, maybe. It is very cold outside, so it does make some sense that it would be cold on the ice. I'm just hoping my flight takes off later today.
Yeah. It's a little heavy on that guard. Just slips into the top 12.
Yeah, not an ideal start. Definitely need some guards in play here for Team Lynch to try to stage a bit of a comeback. Larry Tobin just going to remove this one.
Just keeping it clean. Let's try for the center again. Sweeper's working to get this one over.
Well swept. Do get it over, and it kind of ended up curling to a pretty good spot because that red in the house is almost another guard for you now.
Yeah.
because it's kind of the same problem as last time. That guard is too long to be super useful on its own, but by having that other red in the top of the 12-foot, you could sort of use that for protection and come around everything.
Good adjustment again on the weight. So it looks like Kevin's going to try and get there first. Put the pressure on. Guys are really sweeping this one too.
Don't want this one to be a guard. They're dragging it though. Wow, what a great sweep. That did not look like it was going to get there. That's a testament to both how the sweepers and how fast the ice is out there.
Yeah. Tricking us from behind the glass.
Yeah. So looking for the freeze now for Team Lynch.
Starting to curl in there. It does look a tad heavy.
Stays, is it shot?
From the overhead, it looks like it might be.
If it stayed for shot, it's a pretty good result because you forced Team Llewellyn to hit it, and then now you've moved that other one behind the tee line for some backing. You could play that same draw.
And as you mentioned, now you've got that basically double guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Little pocket building there now for Team Lynch to be able to freeze one in there.
Yeah, I don't think they were trying to roll it that way. It looks like a really good shot because you're sitting two in the 4-foot and they're behind the guard, but they're both on or behind the tee line. So if this shot is made, it's not a great result. If this shot is missed, you're pretty happy about it, but really big opportunity here. This is kind of a must make for Team Lynch.
And Sean just threw this and got that back four, so he's got the weight. This one looks a little lighter. It's really moving.
Curling, it's losing its handle.
Keep it going. It's changing handle.
Which is going to help them out, actually. That was a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Ends up pretty good, though. Stays in there for shot.
Kevin's asking for control weight on this and a little roll out into the 4-foot.
Yeah,
Open.
roll away. Even if you roll out, it's not terrible. But you don't want to make an even bigger pocket than what's already there. So don't want to hit this one on the nose.
Really getting some curl on this side.
Nicely done.
So you'll ask Patrick to try and draw into that pocket again.
one's got more handle on it, but it also looks a little bit heavy. Will it get there for line? Needs to touch something. And will, but does roll out into the open again.
Just calling the same shot here again, just hit and roll away. Devin signaling the weight's just a little up.
Good shot there. Does still leave this opportunity for Team Lynch, but there wasn't really anything else you could do for Team Llewellyn. So for Team Lynch, just really need to make one of these.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They've been really close.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little bounce off, or a tiny overcurl. So you have to think he'll be close on this one. They know the path. They know the speed.
Weight does look a little better.
Surfer's picking it up now. Need to get it to the 4-foot line is great. Oh, what a shot this is.
Really nice shot.
Beautiful. That is perfect. You couldn't have walked that down there and put it in a better spot.
So just going to play board weight at this rock here in the top 12. Try and run it back onto the shot that Patrick just threw.
Pick this one up right out of his hand. Uh-oh, did they overcook it? Will it touch anything? It won't. Just swept that one early and didn't need to, and maybe backed it up a little bit even.
It's that straight spot we've talked about this whole game. Team Lynch is looking to put the guard back.
Guard attempt here for Michael Lynch with his first rock at the 4th end.
It's a little heavy. Not a bad result.
I think it's pretty good as long as Kevin can't see it all, which I don't think he can. Barry Tobin lining up the double.
Kevin certainly loves these. He can throw really good peel weight.
You might be able to make it across the face if you can't see all of it. You're going to clip one of your reds, but you might lose both yellows anyways.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's what they're trying or if they're trying to get to the nose. It's hard to, or off to the side just enough that it's hard to tell how much he can see. Even if you just dead stuffed it, you might end up being shot rock, which would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Got, and we'll squeeze them. That's exactly what I was talking about. Wasn't sure that they would go, and it doesn't kill that second yellow, but it moves it far enough that I think they're sitting 3.
Yeah.
Great shot there from Kevin Flewelling. Oh, they might only be sitting 2, but still, mission accomplished.
Team Lynch is happy that yellow rock stayed in the rings.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be pretty scary without that one.
That all kind of goes back to that really nice draw that Patrick made in there on his final vice stone.
Hit attempt here from Michael Lynch. They are sweeping it right away. Need to get it by the guard. Oh dear. So big opportunity now. I think already sitting 2 for Kevin Flewelling. You could draw for 3. You could play the hit for 5, but it's a little bit tricky. Looks like they're going to take on the hit. Even if you hit this thin and rolled out on the inside and didn't jam on anything, it's still for 4, so I don't mind trying it. I'm a little surprised at throwing this turn at it. I think I would look at the out turn. It seems a little less risky to me. The only thing you can't do here is hit this on the high side with this in turn and jam it in there. You might only get 1.
Yeah. And just change it.
Oh.
Nice now. Oh, they're doing the draw. Change their mind.
Straight draw for 3. Nothing wrong with that. No risk with the draw. There's always a bit of inherent risk with the hit, so can't blame them for this.
We haven't seen any hits out that far on this
No, and
side.
that's the thing too is you know we've seen some straight spots and stuff. So now if you go into a brand new path and you happen to hit it high and you only get 1,
Yep.
you'd hate yourself. So no sense in taking a big chance here. So this is the draw for 3 for Kevin Flewelling.
Devin's calling out 6, so pretty close.
Yeah, the sweepers seem to like it. Just kind of heavy clean all the way in. Need a piece of the 8-foot.
digging in there, but it looks pretty good.
Yep, that will be 3 on the board for Team Fluelling. They will take a 6-1 lead into the 5th end. And we are done. That is handshakes. The Velcro is out. That will go in the books as a 6-1 win for Team Fluelling. They move into the B final. And that'll do it for our coverage today. I'm Chelsea Carey with Russell Odd and our live stream crew and everyone at the Over the Rainbow Bonspiel. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with you later this afternoon for some final action. Don't miss it. We'll see you then.
Okay, so I'm here post game with Kevin Flewelling. Kevin, that was a quick game. Different than last night. How was the ice today?
The ice today was a little bit better, a little faster. Um, but yeah, we picked up on it a little bit quicker than we did last night, so it turned out in our favor. Yeah.
It looked like that intern side of the sheet heading towards the scoreboard is running pretty straight, much more than yesterday. Definitely a little more center on curl on the center side. Notice any differences with that at all today, or?
Yeah, this was actually our third time playing on this sheet. So we played there our first game, and we noticed it was definitely like sloped away from the boards. But it's interesting; it's been getting kind of a little bit more gradual each game. So this was a little bit less severe than the previous two games. So at least we caught on to it, and we were able to, you know, use it to our advantage.
Great. Also noticed the hood up. It's a little cold. Not as bad as last night. Chelsea thought there might be a little bit of superstitions with the hood. Is that something that plays into it?
I haven't noticed that. That's not done intentionally. It's mainly out of just keeping my bald head warm and trying to keep the body temperature as warm as possible. It's cold out there, yeah.
So a little break now before the final, and I got a little message during that game that there was a little group forming at Royals watching that game. So, probably disappointed that it ended early, but a little break for you guys now. Are you going to change anything that you did in that game going into the final, or just try and keep going as is?
Yeah, keep going as is. It's good to get the win after the loss last night. So we're back on the winning streak, and hopefully we'll have a great game against Bill, of course, and we'll bring our A game and keep it rolling.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.